Hello, it is Tees. Good day. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. And I would like to say that yeah, I have reached the conclusion that what's going on in the world with men and women is there is a bitter hatred going around. So I am bitter towards you, and I hate you, and that's coming from both sides. Both sides are bitter. Both sides hate one another, and someone argue with, well, no, the women are out of control, or no, it's the men. No, it's both of you. It's sick, and like I can see it. Like I can see the mental illness on the men, I can see it on the women, and then I can see how they're spewing it onto the other party. And guess what? It's getting on the children too, and now we all sick. So that's why I go out of my way to say, okay, I understand that you guys are literally in autopilot when it comes to destroying yourself, but if you don't mind, could you please leave in your section? Because literally, I see what's happening. I don't like it, mind you, and I'm amongst the demons. And if I'm disappointed, and disgusted at what I see, imagine what the creator is seeing and who's actually really looking at all this crap from a bigger lens. I literally only see my surroundings, but if you can see the whole world of the filth and the garbage, it's like, don't be surprised if this place just get blasted straight to hell and do an instant restart. But I only say that because, okay, we'll start with the men. You'll have the men who they'll talk about their women like literally, okay, you women need to do this and that, you ain't shit, or it's going to get to the point now where now I'm about to leave you, or basically leave you high and dry because you ain't shit and you ain't worth my time. And when you say that and you spew that to the public, you get the lurkers. Like, and I'm seeing this with my own eyes. Literally, after men pretty much talk down, like, okay, I don't want you, I'm going to go out and find more suitable women, perhaps in different groups, or maybe I'm just going to go get with another man. And while y'all saying that, and you're abandoning your women and children, you get wiggers from every community that are sitting back watching. Now, mind you, I'm seeing this with my own damn eyes. So while you're leaving, like, okay, well, Shaquita, you can't get you just won't get right. I'm about to go, maybe go overseas and get a woman, or go somewhere else to tickle my fancy, because I'm obviously not looking for a relationship, but basically I'm leaving my women and children at home, or leaving them to fend for themselves, and you got these wiggers in the background that knows what's going on. That's no different than a pervert. That's the same thing with perverts. They'll know, like, okay, well, the parent ain't around, or the dad's missing, or the mom trifling, and then guess what? The children are there by themselves, and now now they can swoop in. That gives them room to these wiggers of every group. It ain't just the white wiggers, the wiggers of every group. I've seen it in the Hispanic. You got some Chinese wiggers up there too, or Asian wiggers. Wiggers in general will come swooping through. Oh, well, y'all ain't gotta want the. I want the black woman. I don't care what a pink woman says. And this is literally coming from a wigger on the outside looking in, waiting to swoop in and beat the shit out of your woman, and perhaps do the same to your children, to say the least. So it's like you got these people in the background knowing that y'all are feuding, and now mind you, each group have their issues, knowing it is literally perfect, but it's only one group that are telling the world about their problems. Ray just won't stop cheating, or you know what I mean? Y'all will go on and then to the women too. It's like women are trifling and hateful too, because it's like you'll be the main ones when you go divest. You want to recruit other women to divest. Go get you an Asian man, or go get you an Arab. They got money. Go get you a pink man. He'll take care of you. He'll wine and dine you. But they're not telling the part where you die and get left for dead and get no justice. So it's like they'll recruit these women to go. Now, mind you, these women should be too happy divesting. You shouldn't have time to recruit me to divest. You shouldn't have time for me to break up with my husband so I can go divest. You see what I'm saying? So they go out their way to recruit, and then while you're recruiting, you're not telling the whole story, and then you have the nerve to take it as far as co-signing when one of your men gets murdered by the police, or one of their co-workers, or a fellow pink devil they get, or by anyone else who want to tickle the fancy of America. Like, look, I just killed a nigger. You have these nappy heads will have the nerve to co-sign that, like your Candace Owens and your Kamala Harris's. Those are divestors, and they're disgraces, and they're also foreigners too. But a lot of us have adopted that attitude, like, okay, well, something happened to black men, that we're going to rejoice, or we're happy about you being gunned down, but not realizing that you're on the to-kill list too, lady. So it's like we're sick as hell, and like I say, both parties, the men and women party, have let the children down. Because the men, you left your women and children for dead, You left your children with this trifling woman, because like I say, all mothers aren't fit, to say the least. So you left your children with this trifling lady, and guess what? Your children are up for grab now. And then women, you dropped the ball again, because like I say, once you divest, you're bringing them into your life. So not only are they going to destroy you, they're getting their hands on your children. So like both parties have disgraced the children and have showed their venom and hatred for each other, and literally, okay, I'm back at a spirit that interfered in my video. But anyway, yeah, so you get both parties want to show your venom and hatred, and it's literally, only thing it's doing is making things worse. Because like I say again, if you abandon your women, you leave them into the hands of both the trifling mother and then whoever she brings in as far as your replacement. I mean, trust me, if you're terrible, let it end at you're terrible, and then you work on what you need to work on. But that's the one thing that you shouldn't want, is some other man coming in, being around your children. And it's either way it goes, it's just not right. So that's why, and that's another thing too. Another thing too, what you mean, like a lot of you, and my thing is, if you have children, if your baby's children, your children's mother, if she's not dead or literally a threat to you and the children, then there's no way in the world that you shouldn't be with these single mothers. They need somebody. So, and I think it's only fair that the single mothers get with these single fathers who fathered these children. Like I say, because it's not fair to people who are single without children to have to take on your baggage. And I don't want to say that, as far as you having children is baggage. No, as far as you having a lot of baby daddies and a lot of baby mamas, that's baggage. And then you know what I mean? And then now the man with 12 baby mamas want to come to me and I'm supposed to take it, so it's like, y'all need to just stop trying to sow your royal oats and just stick with your own crew. You know what I mean? If you already have a gang, okay, yeah, so if you already have a gang of men and women in your life who I'm sure you're still messing with, y'all need to get together and just say I do maybe 6 times. If you have 6 baby mamas, if you have 6 baby dads, hell, you pick one of those men, or pick 2 or 3 of them. Some women are like, well, I'm not allowed to have 2 or 3 husbands. You got 2 or 3 baby daddies, so if he's going to be around, flip a coin. So it's just like, y'all gotta have to start minimizing this chaos and drama that y'all are creating. And it's the same thing. These would be the same people with men and women with children, and they want to go and overseas and ruining somebody else's lives overseas. So it's like, stop creating this cycle of drama and creating single mothers too. And then that's another thing too. And mind you, I really don't care. I'm only concerned with my own group. But they say, oh, now this is a diverster's testimony. Now there's a rise of single pink mothers. And why? Oh, because the nappy-headed man is over here getting the pink woman pregnant and leaving her for dead with the children. Okay, thank you. Welcome to welcome to Negroville. So it's just like, okay, again, and I'm sure that's another thing too. I'm sure he had children and baggage before he laid up with Becky. So it's like, I don't really care, but if you could just keep that in your section, I'd appreciate it. So all single mothers, you need to get with single fathers. And again, unless if your children's parents, if they're not dead or a threat to you or the children, there's no damn way in the world that y'all shouldn't be, or no reason in the world where y'all shouldn't be getting together. So you got 6 baby dads, you need to flip a coin out of those 6 on who you want to be with. And if your baby dad, if you got 6 baby mamas, you just earned yourself 6 wives. Because like I said, I shouldn't have to take on y'all drama and baggage because you're not done destroying lives. Okay, so yeah, if y'all can just keep that in mind. Yeah, but anyway, I just want to get back on there. Like, literally, I see the hatred. I wish you would stop. That's another thing too. And then, okay, again, how you mentioned when one party gets harmed, the other one rejoices. So I already mentioned how the women will rejoice when the men get gunned down, and then but not realizing that you can get gunned down too, lady. And then another thing too with the women, you'll see your women out there getting beat up by the police or beat up by a bystander, and you don't say anything. If anything, you'll record. You won't step in, but you will step in when there's a damsel of a different group in distress. Like, for instance, that lady that was at the airport that swung on that man at the Spirit Airlines. When she swung on him, the men stepped in. Now, my fellow nappy-headed men stepped in like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to allow you to jump on this lady that's jumping on you. You know what I mean? But I don't really see that much as far as them. Those will probably be the same ones that will record when their mom or when there's a woman that looks like them are in distress. I don't always see these fellow nappy heads jumping in defense for their own women, but you will jump in defense for a pink woman or that Hispanic that was fighting that man at the airline. So I'm just saying, y'all could just get this mental illness under control. And like I said, if you can't, please keep the sick shit in your own section. Because like I say, I shouldn't have to take on your drama. I shouldn't have to hear about this. Y'all can just step back and understand what got you hurt and bitter, and work on that. And like I say, if it's your baby mama